All right, this definitely is going to come with a do not try at home disclaimer, because I don't know if this is entirely a good idea or not. But if you watched the last video, I talked about how I had a leak in the tire here. So I popped it off, sprayed it down with some soapy water, and as I kind of suspected, it was actually a rim leak. And I think it was the guys who mounted it did not clean the mating surface the way the sealing surface the way they should have, just on this inner edge. But I was thinking, well, maybe I could just do that. So again, do not try this at home. I would obviously recommend, if you have a leak, just to take it back to the shop and get them to redo it properly. But now that that's out of the way, what I found, and we'll see whether or not it actually works long term, but I sprayed it down and it was leaking a couple inches along. So what I did is I took a small flat blade and just carefully, without gouging into the tire, I just worked it inside the edge here and scraped back and forth, just carefully, not to go into the tire or not to dig into the tire, like not to slip through or not to dig in. It would be pretty hard to slip it through. Anyway, so worked that, and as I was doing that, I noticed that the bubbles would kind of shift to different spots. So I just kept working it back and forth until I've gotten to the point now where it does not leak. So, like I said, definitely not probably the correct way to go about it, but that took care of the issue. So yeah, I think what it was is they should sand or at least somehow make sure that the mating surface is clean, because this is an older rim. It's going to be a little rusty. I mean, it's in pretty good shape for what it is. So yeah, just wanted to throw that out there just for common interest, and got the car running pretty well. I've taken it out this evening. Seems to be running really well. And so again, if you're following along, I talked about how I think I was having a bit of idling issues and running rough, and I think what it was just I was grossly underestimating how much choke the car wanted and how long it actually took to warm up, because this engine is a very hot engine. It does run very hot, but so I was just thinking, well, I was assuming it was warming up a lot faster than it really was. So, but it seems to be running well tonight. Was able to turn down the throttle quite a bit. I was able to turn down the throttle choke screw quite a bit. I'll show you, for those of you who don't know. Actually, it's kind of under there. But anyways, there's a screw there that on your throttle linkage, there's a throttle linkage screw that will, as you screw it in, will open your throttle or close it. So it's basically like you're stepping on the gas. But anyway, so with the carburetor, that's how you achieve your idle. I'm probably over-explaining that a little bit, but still a few things. I am leaking power steering fluid out of the top, and I'm not sure what to think of it yet, because last time that happened, it meant that the pump was bad and it was cavitated. With this one, I think it's just that I overfilled it, and as it gets hot, it expands and it's slowly working its way out. So it's not making noise or anything, and it steers fine. So yeah, I don't know what to think of it, but runs pretty good. I did put the muffler patch on. I don't think you'll be able to see under this way here. I could maybe tilt my camera down a little bit, or I'll take it off the tripod here and see if I can take you. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that black stuff you see is I showed in the last video, it's a JB Weld, one of their exhaust tapes, and then the aluminum stuff is just aluminum heat tape, like HVAC tape. And so far, it seems to have fixed the two leaks. They're not really too substantial. I'm just going to put this back on my tripod. My Dollarama tripod. I think my wife picked it up. I think it was like $2 or $3 or something. But anyways, so yeah, that seems to be at least fixing the problem. Once I pass being hopeful, but when I pass the inspection, I want to put some cherry bombs on it probably. So anyways, yeah, just trying to get it to pass inspection. It wasn't like it was a major exhaust leak or something, but it was more like a pinhole. So hopefully that'll hold up. But yeah, that's about it for today. Notice my brakes are getting pretty hot when I took my tire off, but I don't know. Older brakes are definitely not as efficient probably. I'm going to keep an eye on it. Don't want it to be cooking my brake pads or anything like that. So, but yeah, I think that's it for today. So thanks for watching, and thanks for keeping up with all my updates. So have a great evening or day or afternoon.